first of all, Jesus is the one, as I said earlier, He's the one who created all things. All things consist in Him. All things hold together in Him. Or in other words, He is our habitat. Jesus is our habitat. We live and move and have our being in Him. That means Jesus is one in whom, if you do not come into a life in Him, if you don't come to a life of surrender to Christ, actually you're dead. You're really dead. That's the problem. People don't realize it. People think that death is, in our mind, death is physical death. You know, your breathing stops, your pulse stops, all your parameters are gone. And so you define death in those terms. But death is when you don't have that environment. Like a fish, it has to be in the water. You take the fish, as long as the fish is in the water, it's good, it's alive. You take the fish out of the water, it's gone. Jesus is our environment. You live and move and have your being in Him. Jesus is not an option. You come to Jesus, you come to Him with total surrender, submission. It's not, okay, I have Jesus for this, I'll have Jesus to get me this benefit and that, but that's not the relationship with Jesus. You come to Jesus, He's your all in all. And so that is how Jesus comes to us, and Jesus is saying, you know, I'm come here to give you life. You know, this life is not just about eternity. Of course it is eternity, but it's right now, here and now. You know, all of us here are people who are living that life. We are enjoying that life. We are happy. We are joyful. Yes, we have problems. Every one of us has problems. There's nobody who's free of problems. But in the midst of it all, you have this relationship with Him. That's the first thing. The other thing is, you know, to take it forward, the same idea, in Him is life, and that life is the light of men. So we have that life, and not only we have that life gives us that light. So we are not just people who are rested in God, happy in God, joyful in God. We are also in mission. Mission is automatic. It's part of us. I mean, you have Jesus, you can't keep Jesus to yourself. Jesus pushes you and says, go out there and transform a dark world, a world which is in chaos, a world which is in confusion, world which is absolutely going haywire. You are here not just to keep this life to yourself. You go out there and make a difference. So for us, we have life in Jesus. We have light in Jesus. That's what Jesus told His disciples. You are the light of the world. And so it's a phenomenal life. You know, for us, once you come to Christ, you are never the same again. I mean, you can't hold it. You can't contain it. You can't restrict it, because it's bubbling, it's bubbling, it's bubbling. You're all the time, you know, your life is communicating a message all the time. People around you wonder what's wrong with you. Because he said, my goodness, man, you know, as Neil said, we know what we were, but now we know what we have in Jesus. And how can we hold it to ourselves? Imagine you have a vaccine for the virus and you don't want to share it with somebody else. It's madness. Jesus is the one who changes it all. And when you've come to this life in Christ, you say, Lord, I can't keep it to myself. So He's life, He's also light. Okay, so that's how I like to look at Jesus.